Why you're not losing fat where you want, and how to fix it fast. Why you're not losing fat in the areas you want ever feel like you're putting in the work, watching what you eat, and still not seeing results in the areas that bother you most. Whether it's belly fat, love handles, or those stubborn thighs, fat doesn't always disappear the way we want it to. Let's break down the science, the myths, and what you can actually do to start seeing progress where it counts. Understanding how fat loss actually works. Spot reduction is a myth first. Let's kill a myth that refuses to die. You cannot choose where your body burns fat. Doing 100 sit-ups a day won't magically melt belly fat. Your body decides where to lose fat from, based on genetics, hormones, and other factors. How the body burns fat. When you're in a calorie deficit, meaning you burn more calories than you consume, your body uses stored fat for energy. But here's the kicker. It pulls that fat from everywhere, not just your problem areas. Hormones and fat storage hormones like insulin, estrogen, and cortisol play major roles in where your body stores and holds onto fat. For example, high cortisol levels, linked to stress, often increase belly fat. Women often store more fat in their hips and thighs due to estrogen. Common stubborn fat areas, belly fat. This is the most complained about area. Visceral fat, fat stored around organs, is particularly stubborn and dangerous. Thighs and hips, thanks evolution. Women's bodies are biologically wired to store fat in the lower body for reproductive reasons. Arms and back, flabby arms or back bulges. These areas often get overlooked in traditional workouts and may need extra attention. Why these areas are harder to tone. These spots have more alpha-2 receptors than beta-2 receptors, which makes fat loss slower there. Beta receptors speed up fat loss. Alpha receptors slow it down. Major reasons you're not losing fat where you want. You're only doing cardio. Cardio is great, but it's not the holy grail. It burns calories, yes, but it doesn't build lean muscle, which is key to revving up your metabolism. Poor nutrition choices. You can't out-train a bad diet. Sugar, processed foods, and too many calories, even from healthy sources, can keep fat hanging on. High stress and cortisol. Stress isn't just mental, it messes with your hormones. Cortisol encourages your body to store fat, especially around the belly. Lack of sleep is when your body recovers and balances hormones. Sleep less, and your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, go haywire, making you eat more. Inconsistent workouts, working out now and then won't cut it. Fat loss requires consistent, progressive effort. Ignoring strength training. Lifting weights builds muscle, and muscle burns more calories, even at rest. That's a win-win if you're trying to burn fat. Not in a true caloric deficit. You think you're in a deficit, but are you tracking correctly? Portion creep and liquid calories like lattes or juice can sneak in extra energy. The role of genetics. Your body's natural fat distribution. Everyone's body is wired differently. You might store fat in your thighs while someone else holds it in their arms. Can you outsmart genetics? To an extent, yes. You can't change where your body stores fat, but with the right plan, you can reduce overall fat and tone your most stubborn areas over time. Fixing the problem. What actually works, focus on full body fat loss. Instead of targeting specific body parts, focus on compound movements and full body workouts. Burn more calories, build more muscle. Balanced diet with caloric awareness. Use apps or a food scale to track what you eat. Focus on protein, whole foods, and staying in a slight deficit, not starvation mode. Strength plus HIIT combo. Strength training plus high-intensity interval training is a killer combo for fat loss. Short, intense bursts burn calories during and after your workout. Lifestyle tweaks that help walk more. Drink more water. Cut back on alcohol. These little things add up over time. Fat loss timeline. Being realistic, why patience matters. You didn't gain that fat in a week. It won't go away in a week either. Sustainable fat loss is about the long game,